Of course, we've got Kathleen Stephens, President and CEO at Korea Economic Institute, joining us from Washington, D.C. And of course, Kathleen has also served as a U.S. ambassador to the Republic of Korea from 2008 to 2011. Kathleen, thank you very much for joining us and making time for us today. And I wonder what stood out to you from his speech and perhaps in the days during his transition committee. What stood out to you, and what are some of the key takeaways that we can remember to understand his presidency for the next 5 years?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I have to say, first of all, as someone who's followed Korean politics in Korea for almost 5 decades, I am always very moved to see a peaceful transfer of power in Korea. In this case, a peaceful transfer of power from one party to the other. I think it is a great tribute to the resilience and strength of Korean democracy. So I celebrate that. And at the same time, as you've already mentioned, I think that President Yoon Suk-yeol has outlined challenges that really face not only his country, but his very new administration. And he comes to office, I don't think he's going to have much of a honeymoon period. He's starting office with what is historically a low approval rating before he has even taken office. He won by a very narrow margin of less than 1% in the election. And he's facing local elections happening on June 1st, where his rival in the presidential election is running for a National Assembly seat. And by the way, the National Assembly is dominated by the other party. So local politics are going to be a big challenge for this political neophyte, as is the domestic economy, as you've already outlined. So with all that, I think that he's said the right things as he is inaugurated about his desire to see Korea play a larger role on the global stage. I think that's shared across party lines in Korea, his intent to address the challenges of North Korea and the economy. But I think no one in Korea, and indeed, I mean, others around the world, are under any illusions about how difficult this is going to be.